Hey everyone, Tulip here. This episode is called Mirroring Others and Losing Friends. Mirroring is the idea that someone mimics someone else's behavior when they're around them, and others could pick up on that and see it as not okay, and that person should be themselves instead of like somebody else. And then they decide they don't want to be their friend anymore. That's what happened to me in high school. Um, exact. At least that's how I'm understanding it as an early 30s woman trying to process the experiences that I've had in my life. When I was in high school, I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of different people I could talk to and spend time with and make plans with. It was great. I also got a job. I worked there after school 3 nights a week and every other weekend. So I had money to spend. I didn't have a lot of expenses when I was in high school, thankfully. I had one friend that didn't have a lot of expenses either and had money to spend. So I tended to go out to eat with her in between school and my shift at work. And I happened to be able to go over to her house and watch the same TV shows with her because we both enjoyed that. So other friends of ours, both of ours, it was a whole group, decided that I was too much like this person and acted way too much like her and not like my individual self, that they couldn't be friends with me anymore. Mind you, this was two people specifically who told me they couldn't be my friend. These two people were my friend longer than I was friends with the person in question that they told me I was mirroring too much. They didn't use the term mirroring. They said I was acting like her. I acted just like her and I should be myself. I understood the concept and I understood their perspective, but when I explained my perspective and my experiences, they didn't listen and they just made a decision and they carried on. And I was extremely hurt and felt backed up into a corner, and I felt like I had nobody because after those two people made that choice and pushed me out of the group, that meant I wasn't friends with about 5 other people, all girls. And then by extension, the guy group, the guy group that we would hang out with once in a while, they stopped talking to me too because, majority rules, all that jazz. So by the time I was a senior in high school, I only had 2 friends. Thankfully, the friend that I mirrored too much stayed my friend because she experienced something similar the year before of losing all of her friends. And then I made a reconnection with a friend from the past that stuck with me around high school, my senior year. Oh no, I had 3. I remember a third one now. Anyway, my point is, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just living my life and dealing with the responsibilities that I had, which were going to school every day and then going to my job that was part time at a thrift store. And my parents did tell me, you need to get a job or you need to be involved in sports. And the sports in my high school were way too competitive for me. I was not cut out for that lifestyle, so I got a job. And then I guess it just so happened I grew up a little bit faster than my friends because thinking about it now, those friends didn't have jobs at the same time as me. They got them like a year later or something like that. Anyway, so to prevent from rambling too much and to keep this from not getting redundant, it's okay to lose friends sometimes. It's okay to let people walk out of your life deliberately. That's just part of this, and it's okay. And someday it's not going to hurt so bad. It'll hurt. It'll hurt for however long it hurts, but someday it won't hurt and you'll heal and things will be okay. I'm not going to say you'll get better because that is kind of subjective to me at this point, but hopefully I'm making sense. Mirroring people and losing friends is part of life, and this has been my experience. I hope this was relatable. Thank you for listening. Adios.